The deployment professional wants to efficiently search for a new risk which was created from the Access Risk Control module in the administration console. Which search category can the deployment professional use? Option A. SA risk. Option B. SOD risk. Option C. Mitigated risk. Option D. Not assigned risk. The correct answer is option D. A client's business requirements include using their corporate Active Directory (AD) as F single source of authentication for all corporate applications. What high-level steps S should the deployment professional provide to configure an AD-based authentication supported by Identity Governance and Intelligence (IGI)? Option A. Configure AD server. Option B. Configure Apache Web Server and AD server. Option C. Configure Client-Select Server and AD server. Option D. Configure Client-Select Server, AD DB2 instance, and AD server. The correct answer is option A. A new fix pack has been released by IBM customer support. This fix pack contains the second released firmware upgrade. When the first firmware upgrade was released, the deployment professional created backup of the original firmware in the first virtual appliance partition and then proceeded using the second partition. Before applying this second firmware upgrade, the deployment professional wants to create another backup for the current firmware. How should the deployment professional proceed? Option A. Create backup in an external drive. Option B. Create the third partition and back up the current firmware. Option C. Create $backup in the second partition, and then proceed with using the first partition, overwriting the first backup. Option D. Take advantage of the multiple backup feature and create the backup of the current firmware in the first partition again. The correct answer is option B. The deployment professional must configure the Identity Governance and Internet (IGI) environment in high availability (HA). In order to achieve this, an architecture component must be previously configured. Which configuration step must the deployment professional perform and for which component? Option A. Extension of the Identity Brokerage Object class in ODAP. Option B. Execution of system scripts from the virtual appliance command line. Option C. Execution of database scripts in the Identity Governance and Intelligence database. Option D. Execution of system tasks from the Task Planner of Identity Governance and Intelligence solution. The correct answer is option A.